This plane crashed unexpectedly in a remote jungle. Miraculously, all 9 passengers survived. But soon, the survivors began dying one by one. What exactly happened to them? On a small plane flying from Guatemala to the US, a flight attendant was cheerfully serving the passengers. One woman asked her, "Aren't we supposed to be flying over the ocean? Why has it all been land for so long?" The flight attendant reassured her that the pilot may have adjusted the route due to weather, and they'd be arriving soon. But none of the passengers realized. The pilots were in a state of panic. Communications had suddenly gone dead. All flight instruments were failing. They were navigating blindly with only a map. To make things worse, the fuel tank was completely empty. Staring out at the endless jungle below, the pilot could only record a final message on his phone. That's when a passenger noticed the propeller had stopped spinning. Despite the pilot's efforts to save the plane, they couldn't stop the inevitable. The aircraft crashed deep in the jungle. Luckily, it didn't explode or break apart. Everyone strapped in survived the crash. Only the flight attendant died instantly. After a moment of shock, the survivors split up to take action. 2 passengers pried open the cockpit. The captain was unconscious. A thick wooden branch had pierced his chest. Miraculously, he was still alive. Just as one man tried to pull the branch out, the wing suddenly caught fire. The smell of smoke filled the cabin. If the fire spread, they'd all be dead. That's when one passenger kicked open the cabin door. But strangely, instead of escaping or putting out the fire, he ran to the luggage compartment and started searching frantically. As the flames grew, the rest of the group scrambled to get out. Finally, someone found a fire extinguisher. When the woman put out the fire, she saw the man clutching his suitcase. She thought he looked ridiculous, but the man insisted, "What's in this case is worth more than my life." Meanwhile, the captain was barely clinging to life, lying on the ground gasping. No one knew how to help, and there was no cell signal to call for help. The man obsessively guarded his precious suitcase, watching everyone with suspicion. The woman checked their supplies, and realized they only had enough to last 3 days. A heavier woman insisted they didn't need to worry, convinced that rescue would come before then. The jungle was hot and humid. To keep the flight attendant's body from rotting, they found a secluded spot to lay her to rest. But then, the captain's condition took a sharp turn. In pain, he began muttering strange things. He tried to say someone had tampered with the plane, but the pain was too much, he couldn't get the words out. What really happened on this flight? And why are the survivors dying one after another?